This is ANN News Brief.
United Nations experts are saying Al-Shabab extremists in Somalia are still a potent threat to peace in the region. They say the extremists are now even manufacturing homemade explosives and are expanding their revenue sources. They are also said to be infiltrating government institutions. These findings are contained in a panel of experts report to the UN Security Council distributed on Tuesday. The report further says a significant escalation of US airstrikes targeting Al-Shabaab militants and leaders has destabilized the Al-Qaeda affiliated group, but with little effect on its ability to launch regular asymmetric attacks throughout Somalia. The panel says even though an African Union peacekeeping mission and the Somali army hold the majority of urban centers in the country, Al-Shabaab maintains direct control or influence over vast swaths of the hinterland and is able to cut off main supply routes and isolate government pockets. South Sudanese communities hard hit by widespread flooding are getting a helping hand as Germany donates nearly $11 million to the United Nations World Food Programme (WFP) to provide food aid in a situation WFP official calls real emergency. WFP Country Director for South Sudan, Matthew Hollingworth, says Germany's donation will fill a major shortage in the amount the UN agency needs to respond to the humanitarian emergency. He said the money will pay for life-saving humanitarian and resilient activities and will help in responding to ongoing flooding. Hollingsworth says WFP urgently needs $40 million to meet emergency food assistance for 750,000 persons for the next 3 months. Heavy rains beginning in July have caused floods that washed away thousands of homes and crops and have displaced nearly 1 million persons in South Sudan. We'll be back after this message.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
Kenya's domestic budget airline Silverstone Air has suspended all its flights on Tuesday after the regulator, Kenya's Civil Aviation Authority (KCAA), grounded its fleet for 7 days to investigate incidents involving the aircraft. Silverstone has assured clients who have been booked on its flight will be transferred to other airlines to complete their planned trips. The airline flies to more than 5 local destinations from Nairobi. The grounding came after safety of the low-cost domestic carrier was called into question following 2 recent incidents. In one of them, Silverstone lost its rear wheel. After takeoff in late October, the plane made an emergency landing in Eldoret. In another incident, a Silverstone-operated aircraft crashed outside Nairobi's Wilson Airport shortly after takeoff. KCAA Director General Gilbert Kibe told the National Assembly Transport Committee on Tuesday the agency is working to establish the cause of the October incident. That is the ANN News Brief. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website nnafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I'm Lucy Adeyemi.